It's not happening. There we go. Hello, welcome to another live stream event where me and 5 other lads are going to be geeking responsibly for the next hour or so. Apologies for the technical error, it's my first time. However, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. And what I shall do now is start letting in the guests. And first of all, it will be Jason.
Booyah! Oh, I'm a bit close to the screen. Sorry
I don't know what happened at the beginning.
Well, I know what happened. You pressed the wrong button.
I tell you what happened. I said, Jace, come and help me. And then it all went wrong.
Yeah. Underprepared.
I take no responsibility for my actions.
Of course you don't. Story of your life. Never mind. Thank you very much for hosting today, man.
That's all right. Are you looking forward to tonight?
Do you know what? I am. And it's always lovely chatting with the guys. The time flies so quickly, but I'm hoping the viewers don't think that it's dragging. I hope they're enjoying it as well. It's important, guys, to get involved. We would love your comments. So please feel free to contact us. We'll give you a shout out and we'll make it as interactive as possible. Please.
My job, isn't it, to keep everything in check and to make it run smoothly and not to go over as well, because we don't want to do that. So I think you've spoken enough. So who should we add in now? Let's go for Superpower Review.
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
Hey! Thank you so much for having me on this wonderful Saturday yet again.
I think you're our favorite American anyway, so.
Oh, I thank you.
Right.
We only know one American.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no one real American.
You're still our favorite.
Thank you.
How you doing, Kev? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. It's starting to get a little chilly here. I don't know how it is in England, but it's starting to be fall. Fall with Halloween's around the corner. So maybe we'll show some creepy stuff today, some monsters possibly.
Oh wow, scary.
Yeah,
very seasonal.
Yeah,
love it. Fantastic stuff.
So I'm going to bring in Mikey.
Okay.
Hi, Mikey from MJ Comics. Everyone.
Hello, how are you, Mikey? You all right, buddy?
I'm good.
You always look so chilled out, mate. You look absolutely it's like, I don't know, have you been smoking something? You look absolutely chilled.
So, Mikey.
Nurse.
Mikey, it was your wife's birthday, wasn't it, this week?
My girlfriend's birthday.
Your girlfriend's birthday this week. So that means you must have redirected some of your money from the comic book world into something nice for her, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Viennetta.
We had a few presents and we went out for a couple of meals. So, yeah.
And you splashed out on Awards Viennetta?
Yeah, I did, for putting on the Sunday night.
Wow.
Well, we'd been out the previous night before, and then she'd been to work, so I did a home cooked dinner with a nice bottle of wine as well and a film, so just so she could chill out as soon as she got in. So
nice. I like your style, mate. I can learn a few things from you.
Such a romantic.
Oh, man. I tell you what, lamb dinners all the way.
Lamb dinner, okay.
So I'm going to bring in your counterpart now, James.
Hey, James.
James.
Oh no, he's frozen.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. It's lovely having you guys. And like I say, it's always, we always have a laugh. We have a giggle. We even catch up during the week, don't we?
Yeah.
Just a chat and a chin wag. It's brilliant. It's just a laugh. Yeah.
I absolutely love it, Jace. We're just showing off comics, aren't we, to each other? Oh, have you got this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's like we're measuring each other. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is,
it is a lot like that.
You better not go into that where you both come in.
I've got to admit, I was laughing backstage when Amanda said that my kid splashed out and got a Viennetta. was a bit. I was in absolute bit. Sorry.
Brilliant.
Wow, she likes the puddings. What can I do? You know.
Oh, yeah, I love a Vienna.
Oh man, yeah, even I do.
Yeah.
But does she love it? So I'm going to bring in
Who are you going to bring in now?
the shrieking.
Someone brand new. Someone brand new.
Brand new. Is he sparkly?
He's shrieking and he's a gimp.
You
It's
plucked him
What?
straight out.
No. He's
Hey!
in the shrimp. Hey, Alex.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hey, buddy. How are you,
How
mate?
are you guys? Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. You've obviously got a couple of videos on your channel. You've done a prank video and a couple of unboxings.
Yeah. So maybe some unboxings to come in a few weeks. Maybe some pranks before then. We'll see. Life's quite busy under the ocean, so
Under the sea.
The only thing
Well,
with
let's not do
prank videos that I've seen is they start to get a little bit out of hand, don't they? That's the only thing, because you have to keep pushing yourself to get to the next level.
On prank videos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in a couple, they start getting worse.
Oh. Has your wife done any pranks on you at all,
I think
Alex?
she's too scared to. I think
Yeah.
my reaction. No, not yet, but maybe. We'll see.
Perhaps she's already done one. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's to come.
He wakes up in the morning, looks under the sheet.
So we've got some comments, not comics.
Right.
This one being from Eons of Comics.
Oh, thank
click
you,
back.
mate. Thank you, mate. Good to
Peter,
hear from you.
Peter,
Hello.
good evening.
Hey, Pete. How are you, buddy?
MJ Comics.
Oh, hello, MJ Comics.
Who the hell are
Evening all.
those guys?
We're rocking
Who
all.
are they?
I've never heard them before.
Comic Canuck.
Hey,
Well, no, yeah, that's Chris.
Hey,
Chris.
Hey, buddy. How are you, mate? All right?
Eons of Comics again says, hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, Lee.
Hi, Lou.
Richard
Hi,
Chappelle.
Richard.
Hey,
Hi,
Rich.
Richard.
All right, buddy?
I think that Dave Chappelle every time I see the word
me
Chappelle.
too. Me too.
Dave Chappelle.
Bill show. Hey.
Dan Riddler.
Hey, Dan.
Hi,
How are you,
Dan.
buddy?
Next.
James, stop posting all this.
I did put some funny ones
Hey,
in there.
Dan. How are you, buddy? Hello, Bambinos. Ah, look, you must think we're really young.
Sammy
Hi, Sammy.
Jane.
Hey, Sammy Jane.
Perpetual Comics.
Hi,
Evening,
mate.
everyone. Hey, Perpetual. Mr. Comic.
You in the house then, really?
Oh, hang on. I've lost them all. There's loads.
So, you've lost them.
Famous.
Hi,
Hey.
Jason.
Yeah. Hello.
Great
Hi.
intro.
Great intro. It really wasn't. It wasn't.
There wasn't. I don't know what happened.
No, I enjoyed it. I was laughing.
Hi, Peter. Gemma.
Hi, Gemma.
Evening.
I like Amanda's hair. What's that all about?
Yeah. It's Jason W. Hi, mate. All right.
Yeah, please.
Last week was great.
Awesome. Thank you.
We had about
Thanks
how
for
many
having
did
me, Dan.
we get, Jace, on last week's?
How many? What? Sorry.
How many views did we get on last week's?
Well, yeah, I think we've had like nearly 300 views so far. I think. So
Wow.
I'm pleased with that. I'm really pleased with that.
It's right there. It's cool.
Yes,
Rich Patterson, he's here, and everything.
In
is
search of
Oh, you're so
it's okay in the world.
it's okay in
Let's
the
talk
world.
comics. Absolutely.
Do
Let's
it.
do that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Right. Okay. So let's start off. Yeah. Sorry.
Before we get started, I've made some stuff because obviously we've got you here and we're going to be doing some comics. So
Yeah.
I've got my 9.8 sign
Nice.
just in case we get any 9.8s. In
Right.
honor of Keanu Keys, I've got my keys.
Brilliant. Look at that. He's so artistic. I like
Sorry,
that.
MJ, I couldn't think of a word for you or so I came up with scandalous because all I
Okay.
could think of was that book that came back and it was a lot lower than what you were thinking. So I was like, right, if that happens again, scandalous.
Oh, cheers, dude. Is that what you disappeared off before, like we went live?
No, that was a genuine. Oh no, my battery has died. So,
That
you
is
saw me
awesome.
dashing around.
Well, not to say anything, to high levels here, but you're gonna have to use that key sign a lot here tonight, man.
yeah. I should just hold it up.
Oh, yes. I may
So
have
do
some
we,
ASMs for sale.
So should we make a start then? So the first thing that we're looking at tonight is your top 3 favorite CGC books. Who would like to go first?
Not me.
No?
Why not?
Please.
I don't know.
Go on then.
Oh, yes.
So, am I showing them all right now, or am I just
No,
showing?
we'll
Just
do your
number
number
3.
3, and then everyone do their number 3 then.
Got it. So, as we were saying in the intro, it's October, Halloween's around the corner, it's time for monsters and ghouls. And what way to start off the show with a House of Secrets number 92, CGC graded as 7.5. This is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. A very gentle giant, no, sort of. I mean, he there's some times where he, unleashes and, lashes out, but, this is a fantastic book, and this is a character that I've really come to love in the past couple of years now. And right around this time when October hits and, the leaves start changing, I'm in the mood to read some Swamp Thing. So this is my number 3 right here.
Such a lovely book. What a lovely book. Yeah.
Did you see the TV series for Swamp Thing? Because I think I watched the first one and it didn't really grab me that much, I don't think.
I watched the series that got canceled very, very shortly after it aired, and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was really good.
I got to agree with you there, Kev. I really enjoyed it. It's really dark as well.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
So why did it get cancelled then?
I think it was complications with money or something. I'm not 100% sure contracts, but they canceled it right as it started airing that week. I don't know. Maybe James knows more about it.
I just remember reading like they aired the first episode and cancelled it, didn't they, straight away?
Yeah, like as soon as it started airing, they were like, "Yeah, so by the way, I hope you guys enjoy this because the shit's canceled."
Yeah.
But it's been picked up again now. I think I've read.
Yeah, I think someone else wants to pick it back up and do a season 2. But I mean, I hope so because, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I forgot the actor who played Swamp Thing, but I thought they did a phenomenal job with the makeup on him, and I can't imagine how uncomfortable that is to wear on set and stuff.
Yeah,
it
was really good. I enjoyed it.
It sounds like it's worth persevering with then, really. Because we only watched the first episode, and the problem is when there's so much on TV, you get sidetracked. You think, "Oh, I'll come back to it," and you never do.
Right.
It's a shame, but so maybe we need to revisit that then.
Yeah. So I think that would be a great show to come back. And when that show did come back, anything Swamp Thing was hot. It's just that whole spec thing that everybody goes by. And as soon as the show got canceled, Swamp Thing books started going down, quite a bit. So this was the book that was on my on this year's wish list that I thought it wasn't going to be able to obtain, but with the whole pandemic, right? This is going to be kind of funny, right? I don't know if you guys know, but Mr. President Trump was signing off stimulus checks. I didn't happen to need that stimulus check, so I was like, "Hey, since I don't need that stimulus check, let's go buy ourselves a House of Secrets number 92."
Do you know what? There's a lot of talk actually, and I've noticed on the US CGC boards that comic prices have shot up in value because of the stimulus checks.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What's the stimulus check then?
Well, it was like when people are furloughed, so that people were paid a certain amount. Did everyone have the same amount, like $6,000 or something like that?
So everybody got the same amount. So every individual would receive a $1,200 check, and I think it was an additional $500 for every child you have.
All right. People over here were buying hot tubs, I think.
Well, I was buying the House of Secrets number 92.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So we've got a quick comment, which is a question. I've received back my Incredible Hulk 180 from CGC and it came back as a restored purple label, Wiley Minx. Can I open it and send it back to have a CGC repair it? Does anybody know the answer to that?
So my best answer to that, and to my knowledge, is that I don't think CGC will fix it, but it all depends on what the book is, how the book has been restored. Like if it's tape or something, and some certain color touches that the person made to it, I know it can be undone, so you can get a blue label, but I know that much can't be get done. Oh, and glue. I know like glue is considered restored too, and they can take away glue sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Marvel mystery book, and it had glue on the inside. It had a lot of things wrong with it, and the guy that I sent it to basically put tape on the inside to hide up the glue, so it would come back blue label instead of purple label.
Really?
Which it did, and I have heard of. I've seen a few cases where people have removed the color touch for it to come back blue, like Keanu said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where was my key?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to hold up. So it can be done, but if it's been trimmed, then there's no way it's gonna be. That's irreversible. So.
Yeah.
Right, as you are on here now, Alex, what's your...
One second. Can I just go back to
What now?
to Kev's comic, because I want to run through the GPA on what
Oh,
that
we're
book
doing
is
it right,
currently
okay.
worth. All right.
You can
So
do it.
the 90-day average on that currently is, my phone just gone off, $1,559.
So it's gone up since I paid for it.
Yeah. The last sale was 1,425.
Wow.
So it's dropped a little, but the 90-day average, it has gone up. It's got that lovely green arrow next to it, so that's going up in prices 7.5. So that's really good.
Yeah, nice. And this is the only book in my, not that it matters, but this is the only book in my collection that has off-white pages. Well, slapped.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, no, but it adds to the creepiness. That's what I say.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to go for a brown to cream. That's what
Yeah,
you wanna go for.
exactly. The white
Murky.
pages makes it too pretty. It doesn't make
Yeah,
it creepy anymore.
absolutely. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Thanks. Sorry, man. There you go.
That's all right. Right, I might as well go. Yeah, come on, Alex. Let's get you back in, dude.
Okay.
What's your...
Sorry, Keanu.
See?
Keith. That was Keith. Okay, so my third choice, one of my favorite covers, and I didn't want to go for just one specific title, or one specific kind of age. So I've tried to mix it up with titles and years. So my third choice is Max Carnage, 9.8. There you go. So yeah, Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man Unlimited #1, which is first appearance of Shriek. I just love the cover.
Mhm.
I think it really pops out the way like Carnage is kind of looming over Spider-Man, and he's trying to get away with the backdrop of the skyline behind it. I just think it's amazing. Awesome cover.
So who's Shriek then? And is he part of like this multiverse thing? Because we were watching something earlier about like Spider-Man 3 and how it's being filmed at the same time as Doctor Strange as well.
So Shriek is one of the symbiotes that is, part of the symbiote saga with Carnage, Venom, and such forth. And there was rumors, wasn't there, guys, that Shriek was going to make an appearance at some point.
Yeah.
So if this book shot up in price, I don't know what the GPA is now, but I paid £45 for this book.
I just bought that book too, not too long ago, in the same grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It 9.8.
Say hello to the Dorkeries. Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a big,
I love their
big fan of
videos.
the Dorkeries. I love them. They're brilliant. They make me laugh so much. So thank you for watching, guys.
So I got a question on GPA. Is it subscription-based resource? Do you have to pay for the GPA thing, the app?
It is, Chris. Yeah, you do have to pay for it. Yes, I pay an annual amount, and can't remember how much it is. Whether it's maybe $80, $75, I can't remember.
I think if you're buying and selling quite a lot, it is probably quite a valuable tool to have, isn't it? Especially if you're using it all the time as well.
Definitely. So that was Spider-Man Unlimited. That was #1, wasn't it?
Yeah, #1. First Shriek.
So the current GPA on that is the 90-day average is $82, and the last sale was $80. So it has gone up a little bit. I think that's probably around about £65, something like that.
Yeah, bought it a few years ago, so kind of happy with that.
It's nice book.
Black Adam film. Why is Screech going to be in the Black Adam film, or what's that about then?
No, the DC. That's DC, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
know.
Yeah, I'm not.
What
Yeah,
do you
I'm
mean?
not sure. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I've not heard of that.
But it was supposed to be confirmed to be in Venom #2, though, along
Yeah,
with Carnage. It's
yeah.
like Shriek is Carnage's like girlfriend, his like side piece sort of kind of thing in in Maximum Carnage. So
Okay.
Yeah. It was meant to be Venom 2. I've not heard of what that gentleman said. I've not heard of that.
but ever since that news, that book has gone up a little bit. Yeah.
Cool
Okay.
beans, awesome.
Mikey,
Okay.
you're in.
Okay. My number 3 is something that's just gone a little bit off spec at the moment, but literally a couple of months ago was sky high. Is Venom number 3.
Lovely.
First appearance of Null. It's done by Donny Cates, and this run of Venom at the moment, it's one of the best storylines out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there, mate. I remember when Null first came out, and everyone was calling him Canull, weren't they?
Yeah.
Silent K,
Yeah.
like Knob.
But yeah, it's still a lovely book. Do you want to know the GPA on that, dude?
What am I going to be scared? Well, I actually bought this in a set of 1 to 12 for £80. So
Oh, mate,
around about 13, 14 months ago. So
well, you've got nothing to worry about. It's a lovely book, lovely cover. Is it white pages?
yeah, it's crispy white pages.
Crispy. We love those crispy white pages. So the 90-day average is $356. Okay.
All right.
With a last sale of $355, so it's maintaining that. So that's really good. What's that about? Is that around about maybe £290, something like that?
Yeah, 280, 290, yeah. Okay. That's
brilliant, yeah. There we are. Alex, Pete is loving your signs.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pete.
I can't see them, they're so small. So I'm trying to look at the screen as we're going on. So
There are loads of those.
And 9.8 are on the market. Jace, can you answer that question?
Yeah, there are loads of them, but and there's loads of them around, but they're commanding high prices at the moment, which is really bonkers. Oh, hello, there's my face. I haven't got a duck on my face at the moment, which is quite nice.
What am I going to do? I'm going to bring James in now. Jace, sorry, dude. Because someone's made a nice little comment for him as well, which I shall just bring up now. You're well fit.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
I've been working out. I don't know. I wanted to be a bit different because I knew that I was a little bit worried that when we were doing this, that everyone was going to be pulling out Amazing Spider-Man 300s, and so I've gone with a different book. I've gone with 4337, which is the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill, yeah, fantastic.
It's a newsstand edition, and it's also a Mark Jewelers. It's got the Mark Jewelers inside.
Oh, cool.
So it's I sent it off about 2 years ago or so, about a year ago maybe, and I bought it for £20.
That's great. That's a great price.
I sent it straight off, and it's come back as a 9.6. I didn't get it pressed, and I can see a little bit of a fold on the corner there. Just I don't know if you can see it.
Could that be pressed out? Do you think that or
could be pressed out? And there's a bit of like black rub on the sides here, so maybe that could come off.
Could be a contender, mate. It could be a contender for a
9.8.
9.8.
But I love the cover. Walt Simonson's work's good. I love the character as well. I think he's going to be big going forward in the MC if he comes into the MCU, because he's another character who's worthy of wielding obviously Thor's hammer. I don't want to try and pronounce it because I'm terrible at Nordic names, but yeah. That's it. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a big character. I just love the cover.
Yeah. Of course, that's a newsstand as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, obviously, I only have newsstands.
But we've
Yeah.
got the new, like the female Thor coming out, haven't we, in the new film? Is that right? In the new
Yeah, Jane Foster.
Jane?
Interestingly enough, the storyline is based on her with a battle with cancer, isn't it?
That's what they were saying.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting story. So, James, do you want to know the GPA for that baby?
I do, yeah. Please.
Okay, that's a 9.6. The 90-day average is $254, and the last sale was $301.
Is that for a newsstand?
That's
Mark
a newsstand
Jewelers
with a Mark Jewelers insert.
Oh, right, okay.
And in fact, I went on eBay today looking for a Thor 337. There was a 9.6 on there, newsstand. I'm not sure if it had the Jewelers insert or not. And like the Dorkeries, I absolutely love the Mark Jewelers new inserts. I think they're brilliant. They're really, really cool.
Should we inform the audience what they are? What it is? The Jewelers insert.
Yeah, so they are. It was just an advert for a Jewelers, wasn't it? That was like a piece of card that was. Was it actually in the middle, or was it?
It's an actual page.
An actual page, yeah.
And it's for basically sent to places where, like, up near army bases, where
army bases. That's right, mate. Yeah, they were. Yeah. But I was looking on eBay for the prices, and there was one going for about £200. And I nearly bought it today. I nearly bought it, but I didn't because I've got other stuff to pay for CGC.
It's bad boys staying with me.
Oh, right, okay. Brilliant.
Right, James, let's bring you in, dude.
Okay, let me tell you about this one. I love this. The cover is amazing, and there are different covers for it. But this is one of my first comics that I absolutely loved.
I like that one.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the reflection off that. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Obviously, it's not a 9.8. It's a 9.6. This is a book that I bought. I think I bought it quite cheaply. It was £25, which is like $35. I had it pressed by James Gower and got it sent off then to be slabbed. And it came back to 9.6, and I never thought it'd be that high, to be honest with you. I was thinking maybe a 9.0, 9.2, something like that. But 9.6, I was super, super chuffed with. Really, really pleased. And it's just a stunning cover. It kind of pops, that green is so vivid. With the purple as well. And you've got Hulk there flexing, like he's almost in a silhouette form, isn't he? And of course, I do have the other versions of this. I've got a 9.8 with a second print, which is black. It's almost like a reverse, isn't it, of this? I think it's a black background and a green. And gold. Yes, and gold. And I've also got a third print, which I'm in the process of sending off to CGC, which is like a lime green color, which
James,
are much harder to get hold of. They're
James,
much harder.
With each print, then are they changing colours then for each single reprint?
Yeah, it's just a way to distinguish between them, really, different prints. Obviously, this is the first appearance of Professor Hulk, and whilst the buzz around it isn't so high anymore because the Infinity Saga has ended now with the MCU, and we had the first Professor Hulk really in part 2, didn't we, of Infinity War. It's not a really expensive book, and like I say, I think at the moment, incredibly, the 90-day average for this book is $51.
Wow.
I know. And the last sale was $97, but incredibly, it's going for really cheap at the moment. Plus a 9.8 you can get for under £100.
So how much did you pay for that one though, James?
£25 I paid for it.
Wow.
I mean, like I say, it's not really the value of it for me. It's just a cover I absolutely love. And I remember we've got some artwork, haven't we, Mand?
Yeah.
And this was one of the pieces that Castle Galleries did in association with Washington Green, and Stan Lee had signed it, and it was like a massive one, wasn't it? Massive canvas. But it was going for like £4,500, £5,000.
Because they've got a new line out now, haven't they? But it's just too expensive at the moment. Really,
Yeah.
Going on, haven't we?
Yeah.
to get
So
me-
that's my number 3 anyway.
Nice.
Cool.
Excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Right. Right. We need to go back then and go, let's get rid of you. So we're going to be looking at top 3 comics number 2.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And I want to bring in. Oh God! I don't know. We've got a technical problem. Right. Let's bring in Alex, and then hopefully people will bounce up.
Right. Okay. You want me to do number 3?
You're number 2.
Number 2. Yeah. Sorry. Right. So I was paying attention. I promise. But I realised I missed a sign. So I was doing another sign quickly, and I've realised I've misspelt it. So it was meant to be crispy white pages, but I wrote crispy white poppers. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. So that's
brilliant.
crispy white pages. Sorry.
Oh, this is the caliber of guests I get on the show. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex. Hello, Lynette. How are you?
Right, shall I do
brilliant,
number
mate.
2?
Yes, please. Number 2 for us, please. Yes.
I'm gonna hold my Scandalous up at the same time because although it's a lovely book, someone has removed pages from it.
It's a 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Avengers number 1.
Wow.
Can
Lovely
you
book.
get much lower than a 0.5?
NG or PG, which would be a page or non-gradable.
Right. There is one. I think we were talking about Jace before, and it was you said it was just like literally just one page of a book, wasn't
Yes,
it? Still
and
went
that's
for so much money.
PG. What Alex just said. Yeah, that would be
It was
PG.
still really expensive, wasn't it? I can't remember what one we were talking about though. It was rated really highly.
There's an Amazing Fantasy 15. I think the book was so badly battered that people ended up just selling each page off, getting each page graded, and they were making much more money from it. You know,
Yeah.
because they get a piece of the Amazing Fantasy 15.
So
Yeah, I've just sent away some Captain America pages to CGC. I'm due to have them back from Captain America number 3, which was Stan Lee's first work in a timely book, as well as it being the 3rd Captain America and Red Skull. But yeah, they were completely detached. They weren't connected, and I only had about, I think it was like 6 of them. So I sent them away separately, and they're beautiful.
Right.
They're lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you know, when you bought that Avengers, did you realise there were pages missing?
yeah, I knew it was incomplete, and I did overpay slightly, and I knew I was overpaying by about £50.
Right.
But
okay.
I thought, how often does an Avengers 1 come up?
Not often.
No, and realistically, because it was so low grade, I feel it was affordable for me what I would be willing to pay. So I was like, I'm gonna buy it because I probably wouldn't have been able to buy it again, to be honest.
Well,
So,
okay. Let's make sure then that you've got your money's worth. Because I'm going to tell you what it's currently worth at the moment as a 0.5.
Okay.
The GPA on it is the 90-day average of $825.
Whoa.
800. So what's that in pounds?
That's approximately 700 and something pounds, I think.
Oh, okay. It's gone up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and the last sale was 825 as well. So that may well, because they don't come up very often.
Mm.
The 90-day average is probably the same as the last sale. Do you
Yeah,
see?
that's about £200 worth more than I actually, difference. So
Yeah,
happy with that.
and that's testament to the book there is. All those first appearances and lovely, very nice.
I realise I've just been told off by my wife. She just wrote in my full name, Alexander.
Oh no!
At the value, mate. That's what it is.
It was a trade. It was a trade. I didn't buy it.
Oh, it sounded like me now. Sorry, mate. There's no escape.
That's it. You're in the doghouse tonight.
Oh, Alexander! I can see it now.
hey,
Keanu. Okay, my number 2 is it's one of the first big comics that I bought when I started getting into comic collecting, and I was sort of told by James not to buy it. So we had this I had this feeling that it was going to be a big book, and I did, and I sent it off, and I also did the first MJ Comics unboxing with this one. So I'm going to do Marvel 1000, the DT23 Expo, first appearance of Mickey Mouse in the Marvel universe.
Amazing. I love
Has it
that
got
book.
crispy white paps?
It has got crispy. But yes, I absolutely love this cover. I just think it's magic. I've never actually read the comic, never took it out. Hence the reason it's still a 9.8. Just sent it off for grading, and it was one of those. I was told that within 6-7 months of it coming out, it would be worthless.
Yeah,
but it's gone from strength to strength.
Watch out, Peter wants that book. He wants it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, Jay, you're going to tell me the GPA on this little bad boy then. So,
well, I will do. Do you know what? I did have 3 of those books at one point, and I was just hoarding them because I love them. I love that Humberto Ramos cover.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful, and there's so much detail in it. If you look in the background with the posters as well,
I mean, the poster,
it's amazing.
It's got the Hulk, and it's got like the Fantastic Four. It's just everything. It's just in there.
Okay, so let me tell you the price on that, dude. There's a 9.8, okay? The 90-day average is $943.
Wow.
And the last sale was $1,100.
$1,100.
$1,100, yeah, absolutely. There is actually one 9.9 on the census, rather, and that went for $2,500.
Right.
Wow.
So I think it's probably about £1,900, something like that, maybe.
Yes.
I think Mikey needs to have a moment where he says, "James, in your face."
Yeah.
He's already had that.
And do you know what? It's one of those. It's one of those rare occasions where a modern book costs just as much as a Hulk 181.
Yeah,
it's gone bonkers.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
it was just the initial. Mike was like, I'm thinking about getting this, and I went, for a raw modern book, I was like, just got to be careful, man, because next week that could be,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, but at the time, I had to act quickly as well because each comic book shop only had one of these, and the chances of getting one was so slim. I was running around. I was sending emails and sorry, we've sold it. It wasn't until Simon from Sad Lemon says, I know a comic shop that's got one. If you want it, I'll contact them now. And I was like, yes, please. And I got it for the RRP as well. So it's not like I bought it for the inflated price either. It was literally the RRP. So I got it for what it should be sold as well. So I was really happy. It just sat there for a year, and I was umming and ahhing whether I should get it graded, and I did, and I'm glad that I did because
Manta, you love that cover as well, don't you?
I do love it, and I think sometimes with things like something iconic, like Mickey Mouse, like a Disney character like that, it will always hold its value as well.
Yeah,
because it's isn't it?
Climbing, it's creeping up all the time as well. It may only be small increments, but it is literally it's. I think over the next couple of years, that could be a $2,000 book into.
There's diehard Disney collectors as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they pay a fortune.
Isn't there one with Mickey Mouse with a spotlight on him, looking like he's robbing a bank or something, going down a lane? Is that Mickey?
Yes. Yeah, that's Gabriel Tolotto, isn't it? And is it Disney Comics number 13 or something like that?
I'm not sure, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's 2. There's a color version and a black and white version, isn't there?
Yeah.
They're going for ridiculous amounts as well.
Yeah.
They're fetching $600-700. Crazy.
Let's get Superpower Man in.
So I know we were talking about Hulk 181s. I'm sorry, but there's a theme here. We got like green titles here. We got green walls. We got green labels. Everybody,
green label.
So here's a little Hulk 181. This was last year's. This was last year's birthday present, and I got this one. Yeah,
great birthday present.
I'm gonna start doing that from now on. From like birthdays, like make it memorable and drop if I can, get a key.
Yeah.
But this was last year's birthday gift, and man, I got such a fantastic deal on this book. And there's a funny story behind this book too. I was on eBay one time, and I was looking for a book, not this one in particular. And the person had the book that I was initially looking for. And you go on their profile and you can look at what other things they have for sale. And I saw this, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting. And I go look at it to see where the person's from, and the person happened to live in the same town as I do. And I thought, yeah, so I thought that was like, this is it. Like, so I secretly messaged the person on eBay saying, hey, just so you know, my name's Kevin, blah blah blah. Go with that. And sure enough, I get a Facebook message right away.
Brilliant.
And we happen to have mutual friends too, which really helped. And sure enough, cool. I picked up the book, and I've been happy with it ever since. So
yeah, he obviously saved on the eBay fees.
Yeah.
And you're probably able to. Were you able to meet him face to face, or?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep.
So Kev, why is it a green label? What's this one?
So the reason why it's a green label is because it's a qualified grade, and it is missing the Marvel value stamp. And so what CGC does is when something is incomplete on a book, or if they have if the book has a signature that was not witnessed by CGC, they grade the book based off of that defect that it has. So they kind of forget about that defect. So if this book did have the Marvel value stamp, they're saying this is what this book would be graded if it had it.
Sure. I got you. Okay, let's talk about prices then, Kev.
Yes, I would like to know, because when I recently did my show about my most valuable comics, I had a hard time trying to find this one and my number one.
Okay, so I managed to find a 6.0 with a qualified grade with because there's different ones. There's one with married pages. There was one with writing on it, and with yours, obviously the Marvel value stamp. So I found the one with the Marvel value stamp, and that the 90-day average is $1,641. Incredible. And also Incredible Hulk. The last sale was a little lower at 1,381. So the Hulk 181s have gone up. I mean, and that's a qualified grade.
And it's always going up.
Yeah, absolutely. Key issue, first appearance of Wolverine. 1,641 for a qualified grade. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And that's gone up a lot since I bought it. And I have to say, I got this way below what it was going for at the time too. Like we really made out a good deal on this book, and I bought it for my birthday. He knew that, and he was like, "Hey, let me do cut you like some slack. It's your birthday. Take it for this price." And I was like, "I will take it for that."
Yeah, I like
that. So it was brilliant. It's a great book. One of my favorite mutants, and this is one of those books where I was. A kid, you'd be like, man, I would never have that book. You know what I mean? Here I am today with it. So
fantastic book. Love it.
Thank you.
Cool. James, what's number two?
My number two is...
he always looks really shocked when he's on the screen, doesn't he? It's like a deer in the headlights.
My number two is a Batman 251.
Nice.
I unboxed this live the other week with you guys. It's one of my favourite comic book covers ever. It's done by Neil Adams, and it's like I think Amanda explained this best, but it was like where they like reinvented the Joker, made him a bit more, made him a bit more serious and sinister. But it's a beautiful cover. I bought it for $40 in 2012, and it was graded with the website mycomicshop.com as a 4.5. I got it pressed and cleaned and then sent off to CGC, and it's come back as an 8, which I was really impressed with. So I love it.
I'm still salty about it that it didn't come back a 9.0.
You have been able to leave them, you Kev.
Yeah, it's a quality cover, and I'm really happy with the outcome of it. So yeah.
So let's do prices.
Yeah.
A 90-day average then for the Batman 251 CGC 8.0, $713.
Whoa. That is
Absolutely. And the
Not
last
more than-
sale was $686.
okay. Cool. Yeah,
That-
that's
that-
amazing.
That's
Yeah, it's good.
incredible.
I was so close
Yeah.
to bringing that one on to today's show too.
Oh,
Were
it's
you?
There's not
I
enough
was just having a hard
PC.
time. I was like, it's just like, which one of you guys want to be on the show today?
Yeah, it was really difficult trying to pick three
Yeah.
comics. I've
Three.
got like 15 in my head that I absolutely adore. So it was like picking your favorite.
Yeah, right. That's a beautiful book, though. I absolutely love that
Yeah.
book.
I'm still trying to find that book. I mean, it's one of the only DC books I'd probably want to buy because I'm a Marvel fan
Yeah,
through and through. But
Everyone seems to be Marvel, don't they, at the moment? It's just Marvel. But I love me some Batman idea. I love the Joker.
Absolutely.
It's a lovely cover. It's a
Mhm.
classic cover.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
Parker, you're on.
Okay, so my second book, okay, and it is hard, and this is going to happen a lot. Your mind is going to change every day or every week, but right now, this has come back recently, and I love it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is Triple Signed by Shooter, Zek, and BT. Okay, I really like the placements of the signatures as well. There's John Beatty down there. You got Mike Zek up there, and Jim Shooter down there. Jim Shooter, I believe, was he the editor of Marvel at the time?
Yes.
So it's got the lovely custom label on it as well, and it's a 9.8. And my goodness me, it's a white pages, crispy white pages.
Crispy white caps.
Yeah.
So I love me some black costumed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And it's just a classic cover, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And again, I know Amanda's a bit salty with this.
Don't use somebody else's words. Think of your own. Jake.
Okay, pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
Yeah, it is scandalous. She, you've seen from other videos. I'm not going to go over it again. I'm not going over old ground, but basically, mine is better than hers, and she doesn't like it. But still, I love this. Should we talk about prices?
Yes.
Sure.
It's not a newsstand though, is it, Jace?
It's not a newsstand.
No, it's not a news. Hang on. Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
It could be. It could be.
It's not. No. Okay. It is the 90-day average on this with it triple signed is $547. Okay.
Wow.
But the last sale, which is in October this year, was $750.
Wow.
Yeah. That book is going up tremendously. That book has gone up a lot since the last time I bought, mine, which was about 3 years ago.
Yeah. And do you know what? I think, Kev, a lot of it is, and we're going to talk about it later, is the whole Venom thing. The black suit, the symbiote, everything that seems to be related to Venom now is going up in price.
Yep.
And what happens, certain books like ASM 300 are no longer obtainable for people, so they look elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's books like this then, and other books, which I'm sure will crop up shortly, will, cause these prices to spike.
Jace, if that was a newsstand, how much do you think that would go up on?
Mate, you could probably double it. If it was a 9.8 white pages newsstand, right?
Yeah.
You could add at least $500 onto that
Wow.
easily. I'll have to look it up maybe while you guys are chatting. I'll have a little sifty if I can see it. But yeah, definitely. It's, anyway, sorry, I'll get rid of that.
I just think that, ever since Donny Cates has touched Venom, and we're going to get into it a little bit later about Venom, getting higher in price with things and blowing up. I think it's just like I think it's about time. Like I don't know why. Like, well, maybe it's not about time, but I feel like it's like I'm shocked that this hasn't happened sooner. To be honest.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, massive character.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I love Black Suit Spidey. I mean, I just feel like that's I just love that suit so much, and I always say it's my number one, and I always think that should have been the original Spider-Man suit.
It's so funny as well, the fact that McFarlane, when he took over the Spider-Man run, he hated it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was like, I just want to draw the red and blue suit.
Yeah, and so he actually like made up Venom to be able to get the suit off Spider-Man, didn't he? Which is like amazing.
So he get his original suit back. That's
yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, so they wanted to get Spider-Man his original threads, but Marvel was like, hey, listen, we got to figure out something to do with this suit because it's making us money. We love this suit. And so David Michelini and Todd McFarlane were trying to come up with an idea for Venom. Venom was actually supposed to be a female originally. It wasn't supposed to be Eddie Brock. And like the origin story was like not as cool back then. But yeah, so they came up with it and with this big alien monster. So
cool.
I find it fascinating how that story even came about, because it was they put out a request, didn't they, from fans to basically, come up with the story, and then a fan wrote in, was like, I think you should do like the alien symbiote story, and they chose it.
Yeah, in fact, one of the first appearances of the black suit appears in Amazing Heroes number 35, I think it is, and I've got that, and it's actually a 9.6, and all it is just a one page of almost like a
it's like a blueprint of yeah.
It's literally just an idea of what it's likely to be, but it's classed as one of the very first appearances of the black suit.
So the one that you see on those pages, I believe it's black and red, right? It shows up black and red.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. So that was from a fan who sent it in to Jim Shooter and was like, hey, so this should be the next suit. And Jim Shooter paid him $200 for the idea. And then, I think Mike Zeck gets a lot of credit for, creating the black suit when it really was that fan. All Mike Zeck really did was just change the red to white. In my opinion.
That seems to be a bit of a running theme then, isn't it? Sort of like fans seem to come in, give their ideas, they seem to use them.
You're right, but because the company paid for it, what I mean, and they gave it to Mike Zeck to work on it. Mike Zeck did it, not that fan.
Yeah, ripped off.
Going back to the Secret Wars 8 there, this is one for Chris now, our favourite Canadian. There's a Canadian price variant of this, which I believe is $1 Canadian and not 75 cents.
Right.
And the price on that is really, really high. The last sale was $950.
Whoa.
$950. Now, I can't see any newsstands on here. But that, by the way, is unsigned. That's just like a regular...
A rock,
9.8. So let me see if we can get one that has been signed at the 9.8. Here we go. Right, there's one here that's signed by Stanley, DeFalco, Shooter, Zach, and Betty, 2,500. And that is a 9.8. That's not even the Canadian price variant one. That's just the regular one. Because it's got the Stan Lee sig on it, it bumps up by another $1,000. That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh,
That is, yeah.
Right, we need to move on now, guys.
Yeah, sorry, yep.
Number ones.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because we've been talking about the black suit, and this book ties in with Marvel Team Up 141 as the tie-in for the first appearance of the black costume. And this is Amazing Spider-Man. I'm trying to look at the glare.
Symbiote sexiness.
And it's been signed by Stanley.
Stan the Man.
Stan the Man. It's don't worry, people, it's a newsstand as well. This was actually a wedding present that my wife bought me 8 years ago.
Best wife ever. Best wife ever.
Yeah. I think it was about $150.
Right. Okay.
Around that mark. So, but yeah, it was. This is literally my favourite cover of all time.
So, James, was that before the passing of Stan Lee? Then was it?
Yes, this is. He signed this in 2012. So the signature's quite well placed, I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good placement.
It's very good. And I tell you what, I've seen an Amazing Spider-Man 252 where Stan Lee has signed the head.
I've
all
seen
over the
that.
place.
I've seen that.
And I thought that's a dick move there, Stan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Really
I've
nice.
seen that before.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful
I've
cover.
seen a
and
194. No,
Yeah.
sorry, you go.
No, sorry, what'd you say, brother?
No, I was just saying I saw a 194 signed by Stan Lee, and obviously we know that cover is quite black. And Stan Lee signed it in pen, and you could not see the signature at all. It was somewhere there, but you couldn't see it. So sometimes, placement is key.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, while we're on the subject of Stan, like towards the end, I mean, he was just exploited with all these cons. And I saw a CGC signature. It was CGC verified, and it looked like a smiley face, and it was Stan Lee. It was so poor that the quality that he couldn't see the page. There's the YouTube video of Stan Lee, and he's being shouted at about how to hold the pen because he's holding the pen wrong. I mean, it was just awful how he was treated in the end.
I actually read an article the other day where they were the guy who was like looking after him was telling him actually how to spell his name. So he was going S-T-A-N, and he was just exploited. And
Poor guy.
This was done in 2012, and I'd like to think that he was at that time. The signature's quite good. So forever remain in my collection. It's my most prized possession. So.
Okay, so the price on that then, dude. Okay, it's a newsstand signed by Stan Lee. $541. Now that was the last sale. I don't have a 90-day average because there aren't that many of that grade as newsstand signed by Stan Lee. So $541, mate. That's really good.
That's awesome. To be fair, I doubt back then it would have been pressed and clean. So it could get a price bump in the future if I think about it. But
nice book.
Very nice.
Oh, okay then. My number one is bit of a grail for myself. I've not long had this. It is the first appearance of Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So so Amazing Spider-Man 50. Such an iconic cover. What can I say about it? It's Kingpin is like the organizer of the crime world, and he's introduced it in this book, and it just sets the tone for so much of Spider-Man's adventures or crime going forward. So it's just lovely. I don't expect that I'm gonna make a lot on this because, as I say, I've only just recently got it, but it's cream to off-white pages, so there's no crispy white pages.
No crispy paps.
Yeah, it's the crease down the middle, and that's because when they were sent out as subscriptions, they used to fold the comics and send them out in the post that way. So I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get that out. But I was happy with it when I had it. So and it just presents really, really well. I don't know if you can see, but for a 4.5,
it does. It looks neat. It does look neat. Did you say it had the subscription crease running down?
Yeah, it does very faintly. So it looks like I have been pressed, but
I learned something's new today.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I mean, I knew what a subscription crease was, but I didn't know how it was caused.
Yeah, they literally folded it in half and then sent it out in the post.
Yeah, sacrilege. Or scandalous, even. Scandalous. Where's the label? There it is, scandalous.
Yeah, it's not the pence, it's the cents variant. I thought, wow, because it's the whole cents versus pence, and the cents is it's easier to sell a cents than it is a pence, really. So obviously I went with the cents on that.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Nice, lovely book. It's a lovely book.
Makes sense.
It does.
60 day
It's got that
job.
classic page too, you know, of him throwing his suit in the trash too.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man no more.
Just such a great cover, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm really happy with it, by the way. So
So the price of that, mate, the 90-day average is $429 with a last sale of $450. So
Right.
that's probably around about, I would say, 360 to 375.
yeah, that's around about what I got it for. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
much.
yeah. But still, it's a lovely
yeah,
book.
it's one that's climbing as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. First Kingpin.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I noticed Peter put a comment up then saying that he still got his ASM 50 and he hasn't sold his, having a little laugh at me there because I made the mistake of selling my ASM 50 a while back and I managed to get another one in the end.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's a lovely book. Lovely. It's one of my favorite covers again. So good choice there, dude. Good choice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Alex, what's your final one, dude?
Well, while we're on the subject, and because someone else has shown a comic bought by their wife, there you go. My wife bought me that. It's not my favourite comic, but I thought I'd.
She is watching.
Yeah.
No, it is your favourite.
He's trying to get out of the doghouse.
Dude,
Yeah, it's not happening.
She obviously knows how much I spent on the Avengers book now. So
Damn.
thank you, wife, for buying me that. I love it. Okay. So this is my number one. If anyone saw my last video, you know what it is. It was always going to be this. Annual 6 ASM.
Very nice.
I love the cover, John Romita cover, or Romita, sorry. And 1969 is when it was done.
Cool.
And it's obviously a reprint of Annual 1, which is the first Sinister Six. And a lot of people have asked me why I prefer this to Annual 1. And I think it's just the fact that they're kind of all in mid-flight, or they're showing their powers. You know, they're kind of zooming in on Spidey, whereas Annual 1, kind of Spidey's the focal point and everyone else is kind of behind. Where I feel like they're like closing in on Spidey.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
like working as a team then, just to sort of tough him up. Yeah.
Which obviously isn't true to the story because they all, you know, try separately to take him down.
Yeah.
But I love the story. I love the book. And I bought this as a 9.4 already slabbed, but I don't particularly like the old slabs. So I was like, it's my grail. I'm going to get it in the slab I want with the new custom label. So I did. I sent it away.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very nice.
A bit like Mikey. I'm not sure it's going to go up a lot in value because I've only just bought it and I might have overbought paid, but it was my grail. So
watch out, your wife's watching.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's just say this, right? The 90-day average for that bad boy is $400 with a recent sale of $333. So it's dropped a little, but still respectable price there, mate. Yeah. So 90-day average of $400.
That's an amazing grade for the age, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
really.
I mean, that's how long it took me since I started collecting, which was, you know, probably 6 or 7 years ago. That's how long it's taken me to find it in this grade. So what's that in pounds then? $400. That's about 320 pounds or something.
310, 320, something like that. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, I've actually not overspent. I spent 240, I think, on this.
There we are. Decent.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
But with the reslabbing, then I've probably broken even. But still, really happy.
Yeah. That counts as the Avengers 0.5 a little bit.
Yeah.
A little,
Scandalous.
not much.
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Yes, Kev.
Yeah.
All right. So my number one, this is my all-time favorite book in the collection and just personally. So this is my Amazing Spider-Man number 300. This is graded at 9.4. This is triple signed. This is signed by Stan Lee right down here. And we also have Todd McFarlane on the foot. We also have, David Michelini, who is the writer of the book and co-creator of Venom. And he also quoted it too, saying, "We are Venom," up top here. I mean, when I sent this away to get this the signature, I was not expecting it to come back to say "We are Venom" because I didn't put that to like, "Hey, I want this." The people who did the private signing just know how much I love Venom and like, "Hey, can you do this for this guy?" And so I wasn't expecting it. So it was really cool. So this book has had such a journey, and it's just been an amazing journey too, because when I originally bought the book, it was a 9.0. And it was just signed by Stan. So getting it all the other 2 signatures with the quote and getting it the press and clean so I could get that grade bump, it's just been an awesome book. So awesome journey. Love this book.
Amazing. So incredibly, has it been every time it's had a different signature put on it, it's been re-slabbed?
Yeah.
So it's been cracked open a few times then?
Yeah. So it was only cracked open when I had it 2 times because, like I said, when I bought it, it already had that.
Already had this,
signature.
Yeah. But to go from a 9.0 to 9.4.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all because I was actually this was the first time I ever sent in a book to get pressed and clean, and I was like, oh, well, I'll do it, see what happens. You know what I mean? Because the people who were doing the signatures for me, who were doing the facilitating the signatures, like, oh, you should get that thing pressed and clean. You should get that pressed and clean. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And ever since then, I've just been a huge supporter of getting books pressed and clean now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, wonderful book. So looking at the price on that, dude, and again, we're going to get into the prices on this very shortly. A 9.4 triple signed. Okay, I don't think I could find one with the 3 signatures like that, but one with just Stan Lee, right, has gone up 90-day average of 1,813 with a recent sale of 2,000.
Wow. So it's gone up a lot. So
a lot.
So when I did, again, I'll mention the last time I did our most valuable comics on my channel, I had such a hard time finding how much this book was worth. And at that time, which was like maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I put it at a $1,500 value.
No, well, it's at least 2,000 now, and that's just with a Stan Lee sig. With a triple signing like that, I would say you could probably easily put another 500 to 600 on there on top.
Yeah. So
amazing, because
no pun intended.
Yeah, but they're harder to come by. You know what I mean? They're sought after, and obviously you can't get a Stan Lee sig anymore now. And what a journey that's been on. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really has. Unfortunately, I never got to meet Stan Lee in person. I've had so many opportunities to do it, but he was just so expensive. And I was just like, when I was at cons, I'm like, I think I'd rather spend books. I do have one thing that I always forget that I have. One of the cons that he appeared, I actually have his banner at one of the cons that he appeared. A friend was working at the con. Was like, hey, I swiped this for you. And I was like, whoa, dude, thanks.
That's awesome.
Scandalous.
It's probably got his sweat on it, isn't it? It worked into the bone, bless him.
Yeah.
We'll move on to biggest regrets now.
Hang on, what about my number one?
Oh, okay then. There you go. Make it quick.
See, this just all right. I'm going to be super quick with this, guys. It's a Hulk 181 4.0. Okay.
That's it.
No, it is. It's 4.0. I paid. Oh God, I think I paid like £1,100 for this, which is probably around about $1,500. But this was recently. I would say recently, within the last year. I originally had a 2.5, which is graded by CBCS, and I sold that for $1,000 to upgrade to this. And I think my intention with this book is to, I mean, ideally, I'd like to have all the Hulks with all the grades. But I don't. Make me big, man. To make me big. Right.
You're always saying that.
It's true. It's true. So look, all right. Look, it is off-white pages, and and I would say it presents rather nicely, but it really doesn't. It generally is a 4.0. I sent it to James Gower to see if it was worth pressing, but to be honest with you, he felt that whilst there were some pressable defects, it wasn't going to give me a grade bump. So a 4.0 it is. Looking at prices on this now, okay, like I say, I paid the equivalent probably of about $1,500. The 90-day average is now $2,088 with a recent sale of $2,100. So that's gone up in value by $600. And it's like Kev says, it's going to be one of those books that keeps going up.
Yeah, it is.
What's your regret, Jace? Biggest regret?
Right, let's go on to my biggest regret. Now, I'm going to. It's this book here. Okay, it's Marvel Premiere Astonishing Spider-Man number 47. Okay, signed by Stan Lee. Right, I paid £225 for this. In fact, you'll see it on the census as £249. I didn't realise it was a reprint.
Oh,
right. So I bought it, right? Annoyingly, it's still got a SIG on it, right? And for all intents and purposes, mind you, that they're saying not for resale probably was a giveaway. I was fuming. But at the time, you'll see on the census, 9.4 Stan Lee reprint. It's the only one on there. That was me. I bought it, yeah. So I'm famous for that. I'm the only idiot that's bought it. That's my biggest regret. I think I overpaid for it, big time. Scandalous. I overpaid for it. However, what I would say, in amongst that £225 stroke $249 was a raw UK copy of MP47 and also another slabbed 8.5 cents version. So I sold those and clawed some of the money back, but in real terms, guys, let's see what this is worth.
Has it got crispy white pages? Crispy white paps?
White papes, lovely white papes. Yeah. What I would say that the GPA on it, right, is exactly what I paid for it because that's me. So yeah.
At least it's not gone down in value.
That's true. But it's unique because I'm the only idiot to have bought it. So that's my biggest regret, guys.
What's yours?
My biggest regret was obviously that Venom 25 9.0 that came. I didn't realise that we were going to do regrets that we had actually bought, because I had another regret where I'd sold a Venom Cinetakes All number 3. Looking at it, it was definitely a 9.8 when I sold it, and now I sort of regret it because trying to find something that's going to replace it is just going to take loads of man hours. But yeah, I didn't realise we were going to be doing the regrets on stuff we'd slapped or bought. You see, so
that's all right.
All right.
It's still a regret. Still a regret.
My biggest regret, you guys probably saw it live the other week, but it was getting this graded. What a waste of money. I bought it as a 7.5 thinking that it didn't look like it had any problems with it, so I thought they would get at least a 9.2 from looking at after pressing clean, but it come back as an 8.0. But if you check out one of our latest videos next week, I've had it replaced.
Yay!
It's a yellow label, so I'll let you take a bit of a guess of that. But yeah. Kev helped me out with that, so thanks, Kev. Really
You're welcome, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. So I was really thinking about this really hard, and I was like, man, I don't really have too many regrets, but I did think of one. Mine's not slabbed, but my biggest regret is this book right here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No. James, what? Send it to me now.
That for $1.
So this is the Spawn thank you variant, seller incentive or whatever it is. And so this book was getting hot after a while. People were selling it, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I need this. I jumped on the hype train. I don't do that many times, but I did, and it bit me in the ass. So I bought this book, and I was like, yeah, I bought it for $80, and I was super pumped about it. And then I went to go read it, and it's not an actual comic book. All it has inside of it is covers of Spawn inside.
Are you serious?
So if you already own these books, this one book is already kind of pointless. Useless.
Oh my god!
Kev, are you a madman? You open up comic books. What are you
I do.
He actually reads them.
Read, dude.
I will actually take CGC cases, take screwdrivers and chisels to them and read them. You know? But yeah, no, and so I think I overpaid for this one too. I paid $80 for it, and it's got a pretty big dent on the corner here. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah.
and, but yeah, I've tried selling this thing so many times and getting rid of it, and you know, I know it's an ASM 300 homage, but it's just like it's not a comic book.
No, that's bonkers.
Alex.
Right. Okay. Right. Before Jason shares something, I the only kind of regrets that I could come up with were things that I've sold. One was a Spidey number 6, which was First Lizard, but I've recently bought it again, so I didn't come up with that. And because Keanu Keeves is here, I thought I would go with Werewolf by Night number 32. Jace, can you share it, or Amanda? Can you share
I think Amanda's about to share it right now. In fact,
fantastic.
This is exciting.
What's going on?
Who's turned the lights off?
I can't see.
Oh, no.
Help.
I can't.
Yeah, do it, Jake.
Do you want me to come in? I'll come in now. Hang on.
Oh my god. Find the Becky.
Scandalous. Okay, it doesn't matter if you can't.
Click on this one.
Now watch. Come here. Right. Hello, everybody. Okay. What have you done?
I know.
And the technical difficulties.
Here we go.
Stand by.
Oh,
Yeah, but then you've got to share new screen. Yeah,
share new screen.
application window.
Application.
James
Well,
is
while I
in
do
the
that,
back.
guys, so basically, okay, we're going. There we go. So this is just a stock photo, but it's essentially the same book. It was a 3 CGC book and was a pence copy. So it's the same book in principle, it's just a stock photo. I actually sold this to a friend of mine, and then 5 days later, Werewolf by Night gets announced in the MCU.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so because Keanu Keeves is here, I was like, I'm gonna go with this book. So it's the only real regret I have, because it just got ridiculous in price, and I was like, if I had just waited 5 more days, but never mind. Never mind. You know, I've had books that I've sat on, and then all of a sudden they've just ballooned up. So it goes both ways. You know,
It does.
Right.
It is frustrating when that happens, mind.
yeah.
See, that was the thing too about with this whole regret segment. I was like, have I sold anything that I regret selling? And I couldn't think of anything. I had the hardest time with this segment, and that was the Spawn was the only thing I could come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to find my Venom 25 as well, by the way.
Very nice.
No,
Well, while we're talking about Venom, I did make one more sign that I thought I would share now. So
Wow.
Hey, that's cool.
That's nice.
just a bit of a Probably could have shared it earlier with the amount of Venom books that we've shared.
No, it's only going to get worse.
One more
Right,
sign,
yeah.
one more sign.
Bit late there.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's going on with the ASM 300 then, boys?
What is going on with that book?
wow.
Yeah, it's
Everyone's
gone absolutely
running
crazy.
for their 300s.
Yeah. Right, let's all get our ASM 300s out.
Oh,
Oh my god, look how many he's got.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You stand there for James.
Oh,
wow.
geez.
I've only got the Mexican, I've got the real thing coming soon.
Kev, seriously, mate. How many have you got there?
How many?
He sat on a gold mine.
Oh,
You need 41.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
got
6.
8.
You got 8.
Yeah.
Great.
I have 6 raws and 2 slabs.
That's incredible. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
It's incredible or sickness. I don't know.
Is it a 9.6 though? Is it a 9.6?
Spider-Man problem.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly run through the prices, guys, on these, right? And you'll be amazed at this, right? And then we can talk about what we think is going on, right? But check this out. For a 9.0 direct edition, recent sale of $660. And the newsstand, $800. Right, that's a 9.0. 9.2, recent sale of $950. But actually, there was a sale just before day 4 yesterday of $901 for a direct edition 9.2. Oh my God! Look at all the Secret Wars as well. Look at all those.
My 9.8 is in the other room.
Oh my goodness me!
Hold on.
Kev, you've got a problem. You've got a problem.
It's got a massive problem. It's that signed as well.
Oh, I do have a problem. Yeah, this is my signed one. Hold on. Let me get my good one. Oh, yeah, this one. I love this one.
Is that a remark?
Wow. That is
Yeah.
cool. Remark.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Peter. I agree with you. Take one off your hands for free. Absolutely.
You're going to have to fight me for them.
Okay, so the 9.2, okay, like I say, $901 and a newsstand $700, right? Which is a bit weird on that one because normally the newsstands fetch much more.
Yeah.
You've got a CGC 9.4, right? Very recent sale of $985 and a newsstand at $1,425.
Whoa.
Then we got CGC 9.6, right? Direct edition. Check this out. 9.6, $2,250.
Wow.
And the newsstand going for $1,900.
Oh.
Now, the 9.8 guys, get ready to cry because the record has just been broken of $5,200
Wow.
as a 9.8 and a newsstand of $4,500. That 5,200 is a direct edition copy.
Scandalous.
So
I think that comes with crispy white paps. Papes.
absolutely, papes. What is going on then, guys? Help me out here.
So what's going on is that people are seeing this as a key, number one, and I feel like that other besides the 9.8 being the $5,000, I really feel like that it is time for this book to shine, in my opinion. I mean, like you have books like ASM 129. I feel like this book in like the next 10 years will, if you get a 9.8, I feel like this could easily be like a $10,000 book someday. So I feel like that these prices for this book, not that because I own 8 of them, but I feel like it's truly deserved at this value.
He can retire. You can retire now. You can just sit back and
yay!
It also helps with the 2 films that are coming out, Venom 2 and obviously the announcement of Spider-Man 3 and obviously the Miles Morales game as well. So it's been pumped by so many different directions.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you've got the Venom run with Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman,
Exactly.
which is, absolutely phenomenal at the moment, and that's pushing up prices and pushing up interest. But it's just incredible the way. Do you think a little bit is FOMO? I think that's part of it. People, the fear of missing out. People are jumping on the bandwagon and just.
It could be.
Because there's thousands of them.
It's not a rare book.
No,
I
think
and there's lots of them. However, to get a 9.8 is pretty difficult, I think, because of the colour.
I think Mikey's probably like a good he only started comic collecting about a year and a half ago, didn't you, Mikey? And your first grail was, I want an ASM 300. That's what you wanted. So anyone new to comic collecting, Venom's so big at the moment. That's the first key app that that you think is obtainable, which is affordable to get. But it's literally.
It was a couple of years ago. You were looking at around about £60 to £100 for a raw copy of this, and then all of a sudden, it's just gone phenomenal. And even raw copies are going for about 250, and that's even for something rated from a 6.0 to a 7.5.
Yeah.
And I do feel that people are jumping on this. I don't think it's gonna drop, but I think it will level out soon, and then again in a few years it will creep, because there's always going to be a demand for this book because of what it is. But I just can't explain those prices, because that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I've just bought 2 raw copies as well as the slab ones, which I've sent away to James and to CGC. But one of them, which has now become known as the boob variant, because someone has taken pen to the inside and drawn female breasts on all the characters on the inside.
That was me. And my hand up.
I mean, it presents nicely, so I'm interested to see what CGC will grade it. But I mean, people got wind that I had it, or I, shared it with some friends, and some of the prices that they were offering me for it were just ridiculous. And in the end, I had to say, look, let's grade it, and then we can see, and then it will be a true price if I do sell it. But some of the prices that they were offering me were just ridiculous for a raw book in that condition. I was like, you're better off getting a graded copy with, like Richard says, crispy white papes,
Yeah. With a bit of gravy. Yeah.
I think it's going to stay remotely high. I mean, I was expecting for this book to go a little high when the first Venom movie came out, and I said, it's going to go back down, and it did a little bit. But with this whole Venom run going on with Donny Cates, everyone, I somewhat want to agree with you, Jason. I think it's a little bit of FOMO where people are like, "Oh, I'm a Venom fan now," so they're going out and buying it, and I think that this book maybe will go down slightly when King in Black is over, and seeing how it sort of ends with King in Black. But this book is, like I said in the beginning, I feel like that this book's prices are kind of well deserved, and I think it's about time for this book to go up to be where it is right now.
I do have a little feeling that once the King in Black comes out in December, we may even see another increase as well. So that 5,000 could be for a 9.4 by then.
Because I remember when I was going for the time when I was going crazy buying ASM 300s, a 9.8 at the time was $2,000.
Yeah.
And a 9.6 I believe was $700, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was about $700. Yeah. So I mean, I've always gotten lucky with mine. I know I have 8 and it's crazy, but I've gotten great deals on mine all throughout the way.
Yeah. I know.
But I mean, even with the crash in the 90s and when people weren't really collecting, Venom was always still a fan favorite. I mean, this book is still 32 years old, so it's not although it's a modern book, it's not, like Jason said, it's still difficult to get in a high grade. So these books that are coming out in high grades, that's why I think they're worth so much more, because I know it's nuts to think about it, but this is an old book,
Yeah, it's.
I think you guys touched on a lot of things there, and of course, it is probably the most homaged cover ever in the comic book community.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know. There's so many of it. Even like almost really vague ones. You think you're really pushing it there, mate.
Mm-hmm.
You really are. But it is an iconic cover. It's a brilliant cover. It's beautiful.
And it's also it's one of the better first appearances. Sometimes when you buy a first appearance book, you're buying characters in one page. This guy is in throughout the whole entire book.
Yeah, absolutely. And isn't it funny that it takes 16 issues for him to make a cover appearance?
Yeah,
which is absolutely bonkers, isn't it? Whereas nowadays he'd be straight on the cover, wouldn't he? Get the money in, boom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all the different variants.
Well, I think maybe that happened because people, I don't think Marvel knew how the people were going to take Venom. You know what I mean? If people were going to take a liking to him, so I think they slowly eased him back. What is it? Amazing Spider-Man. I forget what it is. 314, where you see him with Spider-Man fighting Hydro Man, whatever. His second appearance, and like so they slowly kind of creeped into it and like brought him back. You know what I mean? So I think it was the whole thing about if fans were gonna take a liking to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was 315, and just to,
Thank you.
all right, yeah, but it's one of my favorite covers, that with Hydra Man on the front. So I thought, yeah, just love that book.
Guys, we've got to wrap it up now.
All right, okay.
So
Ready?
We're just getting started.
So Alex, if you'd like to say a little bit about your channel before we go.
What do you say, Amanda? What do you say?
If Alex would like to say something about his little channel.
Scandalous or whatever. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some more CGC unboxings in a couple of weeks with Lewis, my good friend Lewis B, and maybe some pranks before then. We'll see. Some scandalous pranks. Just be white paps.
Awesome.
But thank you so much, guys, for having me on. I really, really have appreciated it, and I've loved it.
Awesome, James. You
can't get them both up.
No, I can't get them both.
Just pick your favourite one, Amanda. So put Mike in. Checking. Oh right, so Josh, do this. That's fine. Okay, so me and Mike here at MJ Comics, we do CGC unboxings. And we've done a couple of live shows with Jason and Kevin. We've been on Kevin's channel as well. And in the future, we've got we're part of this comic community, which is amazing. And we've actually received packages from people that want to support the channel to help us with subscriber giveaways. So Paul Gray has sent us a CGC graded comic, which we've recently done an unboxing that we're coming out soon. And he's given us 40 books to give away, as some of them are signed and some of them are pretty cool covers. Yeah. And Remy Q has given us a 350 subscriber giveaway as well. So we'll be filming a video of him shortly. And Eons of Comics have provided us a comic as well. Lee from Eons of Comics has provided us with a 1,000 subscriber giveaway comic. So check out that video coming soon. And
we've got some goodness coming as well, haven't we? Some surprise slabs coming back. So, like I say, we've got My Grail coming. I have a Stan Lee signed that's coming back from CBCS on an unusual comic. So, so we've got all that coming, and we just want to thank everybody that sent comics into us to help get the channel out there. It's thanks to Jason that we're even here. So
thanks, mate. That means a lot. Thank you.
Jason during lockdown was just like 20 minutes of entertainment that you could just geek out on, and it was just great. Yeah. And then the response we've had on some of our first videos was fantastic. So that's it. Well, me and James, we love you all.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, we love this guy, Keanu.
I love you too. So my name's Kevin Vidinia. I am the creator of Superpower Review, and I try to post at least 3 videos a week. I go live every Monday. I've been kind of going on a hiatus on the live shows because I've been working late and it's been kind of hectic at work. But if you head over to my channel and subscribe, you become eligible to potentially win a free slab. I'm giving a Spawn number 1 CGC graded at a 9.4 away once the channel reaches 2,000 subscribers. And also, there's going to be 3 winners once we reach 2,000 subscribers. So huge thank you to Remy Q Studios for donating 2 slabs to the channel for me to give away as well. So huge shout out to him. But I hope I look forward to see you guys on the channel. There's always comic reviews, statue reviews, and much, much more. It's always exciting. And we always have Mikey and James come on when we're doing the 3 Jokers, why whatever
We are the Jokers.
Yeah, we are the three Jokers. So they're going to be coming back on soon, and we're going to be talking about that. So I thank you guys for having me on, as always.
Cool.
Awesome.
Jace, have you got anything to add?
Yeah, just a quick one, please. Yeah, thank you. So listen, guys, I want to thank you guys for joining me. We've had a great laugh as always. Thank you for your views and your opinions. It's greatly appreciated. I love having you on my show. It's just great fun, and that's what it's about. Life is about having fun and just enjoying yourself. I want to thank everyone watching us and subscribing to me. It's greatly appreciated. Obviously, I'm aiming for that 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which is a Batman 92 CGC 9.9. But I've now actually come to a decision on what I'm going to do with a 750 subscriber giveaway. Once I get to that, I've got this.
Whoa.
Hang on a second. No, it's not. It's. No, I nearly shocked everyone there. So here we go. So we've got a Werewolf by Night. Okay, this is the Marvel Spotlight #3, which is the second appearance of Werewolf by Night.
Cool.
Which is in a lovely shape. I would say I'm rubbish at grading, but I'd probably say about 7.5, maybe something like that. Very fine minus. And I've got this Spider-Man here, Spider-Man number 17, 9.8 white pages, and this is from 1991.
Is that the death of Spider-Man?
It is. It's the death of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So this is going to be my giveaway, and basically, once I get to 750 subscribers, there'll be 2 winners for that. This and one will get this and one will get this. So that's going to be that giveaway there. So again, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Manda, thank you very much for hosting. You've been brilliant. Oh.
Thank you.
What's she doing? She turned the laptop again. Put the money in the meter.
Jason,
1970s, Jace. We've been through that.
Yeah. Yes, Alex.
can I ask? You just unveiled that slab. Just for me, can you pretend that you haven't seen the grade as I hold this up, and just give me your?
You're a 9.8.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, ready? Okay.
9.8.
There you go.
There you go.
Listen, guys, thank you very much for watching at home. And once again, I appreciate all your comments. Please join us next week where we'll have some more fun and frivolity. Thanks again.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Bye everyone.
Bye.